Welcome to the final episode of Shark Month. We're going to be taking a look at the final film in this collection that we haven't covered, Hammerhead. And some of you might be going, what, Hammerhead? Like, it doesn't say Hammerhead on the back of this box anywhere. It says Sharkman. Like, yes, but its original title was Hammerhead. And I'd like to use that title because Sharkman is the title of another movie about a comic book or cartoon artist whose character comes to life and starts causing chaos. Some sort of horror comedy, and I don't own it yet. Maybe someday I will, because I'll stumble across it, in a Dollar Tree when they're selling some, combo pack full of just really low-budget films again, or I'll find it in a Goodwill, oddly enough, because I found some really odd films in Goodwills before, so I can't rule out the possibility I'll stumble across it there at some point, maybe. I can't imagine there's a ton of copies of that movie out there, though, because, it was a really low-budget indie project, so there may not be that many copies to be had, especially on DVD. But yeah, that's why we're going to be calling this one Hammerhead, because it came out later. As far as this film goes, I'd say it has a couple upsides, though the biggest upside's probably Jeffrey Combs as the mad scientist, Dr. King.
What?
Your guests, sir.
Good. Good. Let's greet my esteemed former colleagues. Then it's time to invite them to dinner.
He's basically doing the Dr. Monroe thing of creating ungodly hybrids, like, dangerous plant crossbreedings and all kinds of mad stuff. And, of course, he turned his son into a half hammerhead, half man oddball to save him from cancer. So we get to watch him constantly referring to the monster as Paul, which really takes a lot of away from the monster, I suppose, because it's hard to take him seriously as a threat, when he's constantly hearing his name. Like, Paul, 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 listen to me, Paul. I mean, Jeffrey Combs is giving it his all, though, so you gotta appreciate the performance there, even if it's very stereotypical and cliche. I mean, it's definitely going for the cheese factor. And then there's William Forsythe as the Tom, the IT guy, who basically turns into John Rambo in this movie. So you get to watch the IT guy going around wielding a gun, shooting people, and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Which is just great, because like you just didn't see that one coming, but I love it. But outside of that, we don't get a particularly good look at the monster a lot of times, because it's usually, moving very fast, or we're really close up, so we get shots, of its head constantly just turning around a bit, staring at people, watching them move about the island as it tries to figure out if it wants to attack then, or wait till a bit later, It's kind of a disappointing, because we never get a good view of the monster for the most part, and I just want to see, our half-human, half-hammerhead shark, hybrid in all its glory. But instead we only get to see, like, bits and pieces of it, which kind of detracts from the film, in my opinion, because I'm like, just let me see the monster, damn it! Get rid of all these quick cuts. I mean, I get it, it's either going to be presented to us, as a rubber masked dude, like it's Power Rangers, or it's going to be iffy CGI work, because it's a direct-to-TV movie, so doesn't have the biggest budget behind it. And then, we got the usual litany of questionable acting from a lot of the other characters.
You're going to impregnate me?
No. He is.
But I'd say the movie usually moves at a fast enough pace that the acting issues usually aren't as bad, as they could be in some other films where you have lots of badly delivered dialogue, and the film moves at like a snail's pace, so it really, hammers you with bad dialogue for way too long. At least in this film, we move into a lot of action sequences, where we got monsters attacks, or Kingsmen trying to capture, the IT guy and his boss and his girlfriend, happening throughout the film. Like there's just constantly action scenes popping up here, there, and everywhere. So it keeps you entertained through that, at least for the most part. I'd say this film's ultimately better than it really should be, so it can't really be enjoyed as, like a trash garbage film like Sharkenstein or Raiders of the Lost Shark. It's basically a very cheesy film, so you might be able to enjoy it for that reason, but not because of really laughable special effects or anything. It's not, the kind of film that's so bad it's good. It's like it's just kind of maybe overall kind of meh-ish at best, somewhat. So yeah, I mean, you can probably sit down and watch through it easily enough, but it's not going to leave a lot of impression on you when it's all said and done. I imagine give me a couple more weeks and I won't even remember the name of the IT guy, like at all, despite that also being the name of my friend from high school. So yeah, Tom the IT guy will probably be forgotten about, and all his Rambo-esque adventures on a private island full of hybrids that want to eat you. Till next time, then. See ya.